good afternoon, students. Today we are going to see the Blue Prism installation process, and I'll just let you know what all are the pre-requirements you need for your installation process. The first thing is your system has to be it has to support your digital workforce, because we are going to use many industrial things and all the scaling purpose, how the workstations are going to utilize. So as we are going to use all these things, you should use your 64-bit of data. Okay, and here we are going to prefer operating system Windows 7 or 10, and based on that, if you have 64-bit of system, it is fine. If you don't have, if you have 32-bit, please enhance it with your 64-bit. And then you should have your Blue Prism license file. How to get this Blue Prism license file, I'll let you know that, because these things you are going to get a mail from Blue Prism portal, and in that only the license file will come. And one more thing is, the license file will not be same for each of the student, it will be different. Okay, so you cannot use your friend license file, that you have to keep in mind. So whenever you will receive the mail from the Blue Prism, then that license file you can utilize for installation. Okay, so this file we need it for the installation process. And along with that, you should have the SQL Server Express edition, and that also we have to see. You have 64-bit or 32-bit operating system, and based on that we have to install this SQL Server Express edition. Okay, so here three things you have to remember. You should have your Windows 7 or 10, or 64-bit, and then you should have your Blue Prism license file. This Blue Prism installation software also you are going to receive it through your mail. Okay, and this SQL Server Express edition, this we are going to download it from our Google. Okay, so some more prerequisites. So if you I have already told you that Windows like more than 7 you can utilize, and there should be a minimum of 4 GB RAM. If you have 10 GB of free space, it is well and fine. Okay, and we are going to use the Blue Prism Studio, Blue Prism license. These two you are going to receive it from your mail, and SQL Server Express edition we are going to download it. And you should have your good internet connectivity and the administrative access. So now if you want to download, there are many varieties of Blue Prism softwares are available. So it can give you the 60 days of free trial version, it can give you the 90 days of trial version, it can give you the 180 days of trial version. Okay, if you want to practice only in your system, then you can go for 60 days, 90 days and 180 days. And suppose if you want to use it for your lifetime, then we have got already the licensed version that is already been downloaded in the college system. You can utilize that also once you will be in the college. So that login ID and all only we can give once. Okay, so you cannot you cannot download or you can't use that user ID and password in several system. Whatever the system you are using, only for the particular system you can utilize that. Okay, so this is the URL for your downloading Blue Prism, which is a free trial. But now as we all are locked down, we all are in lockdown, so I'll just suggest you to go for the 60 days or 90 days or 180 days of free trial versions. You can practice that, and once you will come back to the college, you can utilize the another licensed version, because the Blue Prism license is cost around 7 lakhs. Okay, so it's not possible to load in my system or in your system now. So once you will come back to the college, we can use that system and we can load it in your system also. And another thing is, you are going to download your SQL Server Express edition. So this is the URL. I'll just show you the step-by-step process how you're going to do it in the next class, because I need some more time, because it will take the time as you're going to receive one mail from the Blue Prism University. So it will take some time. So today's class, I'm just going to show you how you can build up all the things and how this Blue Prism looks like. Okay, now all of you can see my screen. So here I have already been downloaded the Blue Prism. How I have downloaded, I went through the URL whatever I have shown just now. Okay, and I received one mail also. and from that I got one download installation of my Blue Prism with the licensed version. Okay, that also I will show you now. Now you can see my like my mail when I have applied for downloading the Blue Prism. I have received one Blue Prism Learning Edition license key. It looks like that. You're going to receive the mail from COE Digital Worker, okay, at the rate blueprism.com. Okay, and this is a automated mail, so no need to give any reply back to this. And whenever you will get this, you can see all the licensed version and installation process. Here I have downloaded for 180 days of learning license. Okay, where I'm going to be used for one digital worker and 2 sessions and 5 published processes. What is that exactly, will let you know, don't worry. So in this way you are going to receive the mail. Okay, and you will can start learning the Blue Prism, all the learning tabs from your Blue Prism University directly. And also you can have the documentation, some training materials and everything, the support portals from your Blue Prism portal. And you will have one Blue Prism community, okay, where you can give your feedback. If you have any doubts, you can ask question directly, you can interact with the Blue Prism University. Okay, so these things are on your Blue Prism thing. And also we will have one digital workforce. Here I have mentioned, have you seen this? One digital worker, that is nothing but digital workforce. That also we can have to use. That is nothing but, that is your Blue Prism Digital Exchange, where this one will be a marketplace where all the variety skills will be available to expand your automations, how you are going to utilize. Okay, so this is a marketplace, you are going to use this. Once you will open and see, you can see many things inside that. Whenever you want to expand your knowledge, you can go through that and you can check. So before that, you should have the prior knowledge about your Blue Prism. Then once you have done, then you can go ahead with that. Next, you can see I have two licensed version here. One is the .lic, that is nothing but my license file, whatever I was discussing right now. So you are going to receive this kind of mail, and also you are going to receive one more PDF. Okay, so these things you have to save it in one proper place, because once you will miss that, you won't be able to get it back again. Okay, again you have to start the process from the beginning. And the installation process is not that much of easy that okay, you have done with the installation how normal softwares you used to download. The installation process is not like that, it's little different. Because whatever the licensed version we have got, this is nothing but it is a license key which we are going to give it, because this license key, you can see it has been written only for my name. So as I have applied through my name, so I'm going to get it, and I'm only the person to use this. Okay, my friends cannot use this. Okay, so license key will be different from each one of you. Okay, so that you have to be very careful. You cannot say that okay, I didn't receive the mail, my friend got the mail and I'm going to utilize her lic. So you cannot do that. Okay, so that you should remember. Individual students are going to get individual license key. Okay, so in this way you are going to receive the mail. So this is a part of your mail. Now I'm just going to show you how the Blue Prism portal looks like. Now you can see my screen, and here I have this Blue Prism. Once I have downloaded and successfully I have given my license key, my Blue Prism will look like this. Okay, and if you want to see the properties of your Blue Prism, just right click on this, go to the properties, and here whenever firstly you will download your Blue Prism, you can see the icons are very small of Blue Prism. Okay, I'm not talking about the rest of the things whatever I have, I'm just discussing about the Blue Prism. So if you want to enlarge your compatibility, or you want to see the screen resolution properly, then you have to go through the compatibility. You have to choose your change high DPI settings. Then here you will have some 3 options: application, system, and system enhanced. Okay, whatever is suitable for you, you can choose that. For me, system enhanced I have chosen because I just want to show you people. Or else if I will go for application, the font size will be very small, which you can't see. That's the reason I have changed it to system enhanced. Okay, so you can just press your OK and you can do. So now that is done. So when then next will be, I'm just going to open this Blue Prism. When I will open this Blue Prism, you can see. Okay, so now my Blue Prism has opened. Here, whatever the username and password I'm going to give, I cannot change it. That you have to remember, I cannot change it. Whenever we are installing the Blue Prism, that time we have to give this username and password, and that you have to remember, we cannot change it. So here always your username will be admin, which I'm going to write now. I have written admin, and then you have to give your password whatever you have given while installing. So I have given my password. Then you have to just click on sign in using Blue Prism credentials. But before that, I just want to show you here the connections. Can you see here local DB connection? So this is nothing but your local database connection. Why we have connected with the database? Because some of the data, suppose if I want to save my employee data, it has to save inside the database. So here what the database I have created, I have downloaded SQL server, right? So that is going to work like my local database, where I can save all the data of my employee or student or anything. So that's the reason my connection will be towards local database connectivity. Okay, so if I cannot change it now to any other thing, because I'm going to use only my system. If I'm going to use any other IP address and any other system, then I can change it to global database connection, where my data, whatever I have saved, can be shared with other people. Okay, but here I'm not going to do that. That's the reason ma'am has also told you that we are using the Dockers, where we can implement all these things into your Dockers and can deploy it. Okay, so that will be my global connectivity. So here we are going to use only the local database connectivity. So once you have given, but if you will give your wrong password, it won't open. Whenever it will open, it just look like this. You can give your next button. I have increased the font size, or I'll just close it. For the first time, you can give the next, and you can stop it. So here you can see, this is my Blue Prism. Okay, and here you can see some tabs are here. Here I have file, I have home, I have studio, control, analytics, release, and I have digital exchange, I have system, I have my profile. Okay, regarding your digital exchange, just now I have told you that it will work like a marketplace, where you can have your digital workforce there, and you can see this. If you will click on this, it will just open one more site. If you want to see, you can see this. If I will open that, it can directly connecting me towards digitalexchange.blueprism.com. Okay, so this is a digital workforce for all the enterprises. If you want to use that, you can see this all, like from this also, here you can go for directly free trial versions. The links are available, but we are not going to do right now because we have not downloaded all these things. Okay, so this is the direct connectivity to your digital exchange. Okay, so now here this is my profile, and my profile where I can change the password, but don't try to do it again. It can create you the problems. You can sign it out, and the password you have to remember. Now here you can see the system. In this system, what will happen is the system here, the system in the sense not like my laptop. Okay, here the system in the sense my Blue Prism, how much the data it's going to handle. So it will have some process, it will have some objects, skills, how many resources are working, what is the gateway I'm using, what is the work culture I'm going to follow, what is the security I have given, and what kind of audits I have. Okay, and what is my system settings. So all these things are all together known as your system. Okay, So this is my system properties. Once we will start working on processes, we can see how my web services are exposed towards the processes and how the gateways are and all are working. Okay, so this is the tab of your system. Now here you can see, I'll just show you the analytics. Here you can analyze the dashboard, the global dashboard. Just now I have discussed about the local database connectivity and global database connectivity. So if you have the global dashboard, that also you can see here, and some published dashboard. So this keyword published that we are going to discuss, okay, it's not a simple word. We have many things to learn about this publish. And here you can see this is just a workforce, what all are the currently what all are the things are working out. This is the workforce availability, where this much of percentage is working. This is the automation is going on, how many objects are under work, how many processes are under work. So all these things as a graph you can see over here. So from here the manager can analyze that, okay, I have this work, that work, and how much is pending work and how to solve that work. All these things we can go through this. Okay, so this is a analyze thing. It's a default, whatever you can see, this is just a default dashboard from your Blue Prism, just to show you that how the workforce looks like. Okay, so now next thing is release. Here I just want to discuss regarding your publish also. I just go to the release. So here what will happen is, suppose as you know the Docker, how it's utilizing, it will have all the software robots work, okay, all together, and it's going to deploy it to your Dockers. Okay, how it looks like. Now suppose this is your robots. Okay, so now it's going to deploy to whom? To your Dockers, right? So how you are going to deploy all these things? You have to make it as a package. Without a package you cannot do it, right? So and suppose many packages will be there, or many suppose you have written just a blindly, if I'll tell you, suppose if you have written a program in C language and you have given me that program to run, and if I don't have the Turbo C, I cannot run. So your program is dependent on your Turbo C software. But if you will give me the program along with the software, then it will be easy for me to deploy it, right? So in the same way, whenever we will have the robots, software robots, whenever they are going to start to do any of the work, that time they have to deploy towards the Docker. Okay, like a package system where all the dependencies can be packaged. Okay, so in that way it will be very useful for the user to use and to check it out that, okay, in this way we can utilize. Now here you can see I have two release, okay, where I have just packaged it, okay, and I have just put it. So if I am going to use any other system, so I'll just carry my this release, okay, and this package. I'm not going to use all the programs whatever I have written, then I have to install again the software and all. That is not necessary. At a time you can do all these things. You just pack it and you can carry it. It's very easy to remember also. Okay, and it will carry with the dependencies. So this is about the release. Now moving towards your home. As you know, your home looks like this. Whatever the thing is there, it will just show you that in this way it's going to work out. So we don't have any work on home, we have mainly work on studio. Okay, and already you know the basic things, the basic funda of your studio. How many varieties of studio we have? We have some two different types of studio. Okay, so the first one will be your process studio and the next one will be your object studio. So here you can see, I'll just close all this. Here you can see you have the process studio, you have the object studio. Okay, so the process studio, as already have told you, the major part how the things are looks like whiteboard. So here what is the first thing we will have? We should have the first thing as your applications. Okay, so application in the sense you can say that under that it can come for your business logic. Okay, so what kind of business logic you can have, how the applications will be running. So what are the applications you are running, that is blindly you can say. Suppose as an example, you can open a Gmail account, you are opening your Facebook account. Okay, so all these things are what you are giving your username, you are giving your password, then this application is opening, right? So whenever these things I'm going to utilize under my Blue Prism, I will just call it as my application modeler. Okay, so that is a key term I'm going to use. So you are going to remember this. Next, also one more thing is there inside this application model, that is my user interface. So what this user interface will do, what actually it will do, it will just go through the looks. Okay, how the user can see, how it can be how it can be beautifully decorated towards the student. So how the user is going to integrate and how the user is going to utilize this. So this is based on your looks. So how it is going to be. So on under your applications, these things are going to utilize. Okay. So now this is your business logic and this is your user interface. Okay. So now next thing what it will come is, next thing we are going to use is studios. As I told you, we are going to use this studio. So now this studio will be of two types. One will be your process studio, one will be your object studio. Okay, I hope all of you are noting it down. So in this process studio, as the name is suggesting you the process something, so we are going to process it. Okay, so what you are going to process and how you are going to process in the sense, when we have some set of instructions, that time we are going to run it. Okay, so process is nothing but you have some set of instructions and you are going to process it. So whenever you are using this Blue Prism, you will give the name as your process studio. So that time you are going to process all the instructions under your studio. So that's the reason the name is as process studio. One more is what? Your object studio. As the name is object studio, you're going to visualize something. Okay, that's the reason it's working on your VBO. VBO is what? Visual business object, right? So it is nothing but visual business. Many of you have already worked on VB also, how the visual VB, if those who have already worked, those who have little knowledge about the VB, if they can connect it towards your object studio. So this is nothing but where you can visualize something. Mainly here our work is to visualize. Okay, how the visualize, yes, how the how the user can see, how the user can understand the thing. So as we don't have any code, so we have to give everything in a diagrammatical way. Okay, so here you have the work mainly on your flow charts. Okay, so you all of you know your work, what is the meaning of your flow charts. So here you are going to work on your flow charts. You're going to design all your flow charts. So remember all the keywords. Here you are going to design the flow charts. Once your design of flow charts is done and you have written the instruction, I'm not telling you to write the code. I just told you to write the instruction. Instruction in the sense, just add, subtract, multiply, click the image, take it, send the mail, receive the mail, send the response. So this kind of small, this is known as your instructions. Instruction doesn't mean that I'll start from hash includes stdio.h and all. Okay, that is not instruction. Instruction in the sense I'm just want to tell my bots that go and do this work for me. So that is your instructions. So I'm going to give the instructions here, and first I will just design my flow chart, how it's going to look like. Then I'm going to give the instructions. Okay. Then the next thing is I want to save all these things. Where I will save? I have to create the database, right? Where I will save this? So I am going to create here the database. Okay. So this database, again, someone has to maintain, right? Who will maintain all these things? One will be your controller who is going to maintain, and one will be your admin, right? Who is going to maintain. So this is a workflow of your Blue Prism. So here how you are going to give the how you can connect all these things. See, first you are going to do this process studio and all, right? So you are going to give the connectivity here to here, right? So next you are going to work on this to this, right? Next, you are going to give this application modeler and all these things. So here you are working this and you are saving everything on your database, and also you are giving one looks towards your application modeler. Fine. So this is nothing but just to understand. The same thing I'm going to show you now in terms of my program. Okay, so now I just want to open this. So as I have double clicked this, you can see now this. Okay, so here this is my process studio, and what about these things and all, we'll explain it in the next class in detail. So the flow chart will be always carrying, as everybody knows from long back, that flow chart always it will carry the start and end buttons. So here the start and end buttons has created automatically for me, and in mid between what all are the things I want to give, that only I'm just going to feed it. Okay, so just see how it's working. What is my program? Just I want to find out the total n1 plus n2. So here n1 value I have given, n2 value I have given, total it's not written here. Okay, so now here it has to give me the total value. You can see here one run button. So I'll just place this. See, my cursor is moving. Total when it reach, it has given me the value of 110, because I have given the value as 80 and 30. Okay, so this is the work of your bots. Okay, so in this way you are going to see the programs, and in it is not this much only that you have put only start and end and put this much and your program will run. No, we have some settings, we have some properties which we have given. Okay, that also in detail we'll explain you in the next class. I just wanted to show you that how this looks like. Okay, so here also whenever your process studio will open, you can see file, edit, view, tools, debug and help. Here the errors will come in the down, only the errors will come, how in VB it used to come. Okay, then you can see all the pointers, link, block, all these things are there. Individually one by one we are going to take and we are going to explain you. Okay, so this is all about your process studio, how it works and how you can see. And so this is all about. So I hope you people have understood. Thank you.